to another Vlogtober upload, guys. This time I got something a little different. It's not a vlog, it's a sit down video. Today we're gonna do a little pillow talking. I'm in my room, I got the mood set, got the lights going. My bed look nice and cozy, even though, you know, it's just me in here. It's nobody else. Seriously, there's nobody else, honestly. But, you know, I just got a couple of topics I want to talk about, and I feel like with 31 days of making videos, I have to throw in some sit-down videos, at least 2 to 3 of them, you know? So why not start off with a little pillow talk? So I wrote down some topics in my iPhone 17 Air. I'm gonna turn that brightness down because Jesus Christ. I came up with this idea while I was editing a vlog. I was like, you know, I'm low-key not tired of filming vlogs, but I'm tired of editing them. Like, I was editing vlogs back to back to back to back. So by the time you guys watch this video, I would have had 4 vlogs. I want to edit something different, so here we are. So while I drink this Prosecco, we're gonna do a little pillow talking. I got 5 different subjects I want to talk about, and these subjects are not necessarily pre-planned, but there are things that I have thought about within the last month or 2, or the last week, or even today maybe. You sleepy? He's watching me, y'all. If you guys don't know, I have a cat, and I have a kid. He's not a full-grown cat yet, but he's sitting here watching me film, and he's like trying to keep his eyes open, and he's just, go to bed, baby. Anyway, these topics are not really pre-planned, but there are things I just thought about here and there. So the first thing on my list is fairy tale. Gays don't have that, and this isn't one of those things where it's like pick me, or I feel the way that gays don't have heteronormative or heteronormal things. This is more so like when you grow up in a heterosexual household and, you know, you watch Disney Channel, you see the girl chasing the guy chasing the girl asking the guy to prom, vice versa. Or you watch the princess movies where you have Cinderella, you have Pocahontas, you have who else? Princess and the Frog, Snow White. Is it Snow White? One of them little white women. Sleeping Beauty. All those people where they show man-woman relationships that are happily ever after, right? And as you get older, when you grow out of that phase of you don't know any better, you just like naive to everything. When you start to get into middle school, you start learning about attraction. Are you attracted to girls, boys, whatever? And if you are one of those people who are attracted to the same sex, things start to get kind of weird. So then you're like, man, I've never seen this before. I must be an alien or something. No, or I must be growing up, thinking back to those experiences is definitely like, I feel alienated, but you know, it didn't really bother me too much. Fast forward, you become 18, 19, late teens, early adult age, and you realize that, as a gay man, you learn quickly as a gay man. As a gay man, I probably won't have that happily ever after. Not saying that it isn't possible. I'm not being negative about it, but I'm just facing the reality of it. If you are my age or older, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm 30, I'll be 31 next month. I was born in 94, so anybody from the 90s, anybody around my age group, you know what we talking about, because now, in today's society, which is great, I'm not hating, I love that for them. We're a lot more exposed to same-sex stuff, and I feel like they get it. It's a double-edged sword because you get good stuff, you get bad stuff from it, but they're more exposed to it. So I feel like for us, around our age group, we had to like wing it or learn from people who were older, who may not have learned the right way, so they're just passing down the wrong things. I say all that to say, it's like, damn, I was in bed one day, I'm like, damn, I may not ever have that happily ever after. But I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm not like sad or anything. It's just, it is what it is. Same-sex couples may not have that happily ever after. And some do. You just have to find what works for you. But I was in bed one night, I was just scrolling through my phone and I was watching, I was on TikTok, I think. And I was just scrolling and I seen somebody get married. I've seen, it was heterosexual couples, and I've seen somebody get engaged. Oh, I know what tricked me. I know what it was. 2C. 2C is a rapper, right? I don't know the girl's name, but she was doing her makeup and she was like, I feel like I'm gonna get proposed to tonight. Like, just off a whim. Randomly, I don't follow her, I don't follow him, she just popped up. So I watched the video and they was talking about women's intuition, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward to the end of the video, she ended up getting proposed to. And I'm like, damn, like, that won't be a norm for me, like. And I know the tongue is powerful. You gotta watch what you say. I definitely feel like I will have my happily ever after. I know I will, but in hindsight, it's definitely more so like the chances are slim to none within the gay community because everybody either doesn't want to commit to a relationship, or they want to play games, or they want to have their cake and eat it too. But also it is out there because I've seen it. I've seen healthy relationships with same-sex couples. I've seen marriages with same-sex couples, but it was just a thought. I was just like, damn, this crazy. Growing up, watching all this, and then, but also they brings me to this too. There was a conversation going on TikTok about, oh my God, why is there so much gay stuff on TV? It's gonna make the people gay. They're pushing the agenda. When I'm in my head, I'm like, well, damn. Cause this conversation kind of came up at work. Me, Jasmine, and Chauncey was talking about it. I forgot how it came up, but we were like, that conversation pretty much came up. And I was like, well, if that's the case, I should be straight then, right? Because all I watched was straight people on TV. They didn't have gay stuff on TV when I was growing up. There wasn't men kissing men. There wasn't women kissing women. There wasn't any of that. Hell, I'm gonna just be straight. I'm gonna be completely honest, 100% transparent with y'all. I used to steal my granddaddy Booty Talk tapes, Booty Talk 3. Like, we used to pass it out at school. Like, they used to make copies of these DVDs and pass them out in school. I used to go home and play it on my PlayStation. Couldn't even get it up or, make it come out. I was watching that because that's all I knew. That's all I was around. The boys around me were, you know how they go when you're middle school. So I was like, I disagree with that. So for all the people who are saying like, oh, they're showing this and that, this is why people are gay now, why people think they're gay. It's not. If it's in you, it's in you. If it's a phase and you genuinely grow out of it, or you don't find interest in it, or you get scarred to the point where you don't want to do it no more, cool. But to say that the TV is doing it is insane. Next topic that we have, so I titled this one Demisexual. And this one kind of happened today. It was so random. I was at work and I went to the front desk of work and I was talking to Chauncey, and I was on Hinge. Now, if you don't know, Hinge is a dating app. I be on there sometimes, just passing my time looking at guys, just like, oh, okay, look at this, look at that, And we like to see their read the profiles. They work together and like laugh and chuckle and listen to the guys. So they have this feature. They have this feature on Hinge where you can like leave a voice message on your profile or just talk in general. So me and Chauncey sometimes like to go through the profiles, look at the pictures, look at what they wrote, and listen to how they sound. So I'm up front doing my thing, scrolling through the app, and I see a guy, very attractive guy, and in the bio it was like, I'm demisexual. So I said, Chauncey. She's like, yes, Dennis. I'm like, what is demisexual? Because I've seen it before, but I never looked it up. So she looks it up on the work computer. I'm like, girl, you gonna look that up on that work computer like that? She was like, yeah. So pretty much, I'm gonna read it myself so I don't wanna mess it up. Demisexual. Demisexual means experiencing sexual feelings and attraction only after developing a close emotional relationship and not on the basis of first impression, physical attraction, characteristics, etc. So me and her look at each other, I was like, I think I'm demisexual. And I'm not just saying this because y'all, I can find people attractive. Genuinely, I can find them attractive. And it wouldn't move me. It doesn't get me. I can't find you attractive and just do things with you. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something more attached to that. And for the longest, for the past couple, maybe 2-3 years, I was like, I need somebody that I'm physically attracted to. Of course, I'm not gonna say I don't want to be physically attracted to anybody, but I want to be physically attracted and also emotionally attracted to them because I'm a very deep, emotional, intelligent person. I'm very self-aware. Like I'm aware of a lot of things. I'm curious about a lot of things. I like to watch documentaries. I go down a rabbit hole on conspiracy theories. Like, I'm just a curious person. I need more in-depth people, especially if we're going to be dating in hopes of having a long-term thing. So when we got that definition, I was like, I think I'm demisexual. She was like, me too. So I learned something new about myself today. I just didn't know the word for it, so I guess I'm demisexual. But I'm not going to go around here just throwing that word out, you know what I'm saying? But to know that there's a word out there for how I was feeling, because a lot of times people will ask me, well, what's your type? What are you attracted to? And I'll be like, I like attractive people, but I also like people with a bit of substance. That was my go-to. I like somebody with a bit of substance, not knowing that I was demisexual the whole goddamn time. The whole damn time. But I just had to touch on it for a little bit. That's what I was saying. That caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that whack today from the universe. The universe was like, hey, by the way, you're demisexual. Just thought you might want to know. But this also ties into the next thing. So the next thing I wrote down in my notes was success and singleness. And Now this also ties back to the childhood. You know, I feel like we're on a little childhood therapy right now, and I'm here for it. This, you know, I like this little pillow talk. Successful people and singleness. Now, for me, this stems back to growing up. Once again, I used to watch a lot of, I watched a lot of TV with my mom, watched a lot of movies with my family. Like, we were a living room family. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But we were a living room family, so we did a lot of stuff together. A lot of shows growing up, or a lot of movies. I don't know about now, like what's on TV now, because I barely watch TV, but back then, you would see movies where there's a group of friends. Most of the group of friends have like relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, and there's always that one person who's very successful, got the house, got the job, got the car, got everything in the world, but the one thing that they really want, which is a significant other. I want to say Girlfriends was kind of like that. Any movie with Vivica Fox in it from the 90s, I feel like she was a successful, strong black woman. No, what's the movie? Deliver Us from Evil. That movie, that's the movie. That's the movie right there. That movie made me realize, like, damn, I feel like that's me right now, no shade. But I feel like, was that, I don't know. I just had a moment. Oh, that was a real moment. I feel like Eva from Deliver Us from Evil. Strong, black, know what they want, very firm on what they want, successful, and you just can't find the right partner. Just can't. It's crazy. But I feel like, because it could be two things. I feel like sometimes people like that scare other people off who aren't as put together. It kind of makes them insecure, so they want to be around somebody that knows what they want, how they want it, when they want it. Or it could be also on a person that has it all together in where they think the other person should be like them when baby opposites attract. So you have to meet each other in the middle some kind of way. It's just like, it cannot be all the way one way and all the way the other way and work out. It has to be, you know, you gotta work together. So I just had that thought too. Like, I think a lot. If y'all can't tell, I think a lot. And that thought kind of makes me. I was like, damn, am I gonna be successful and single? I gotta start meeting people in the middle. Got to. And people gotta start meeting me in the middle. I'm gonna pray to God about that. So next on my pillow talk list, I want to talk about my recent guilty pleasures. Now, when I say guilty pleasures, it's all PG stuff, okay? One thing I love right now is my guilty pleasure. I love to wake up on Sunday mornings, lay in bed, and watch the recap videos from like the football games. Now I don't watch the actual football, okay? I'm a band geek, I'm a band head. I love Major Red, I love HBCU, I love the whole culture of it all because I love the whole culture. Growing up in Mississippi, we were raised on it, that's all you have. So I was in the band from like 5th grade to my senior year of high school or junior year, one of those. In high school, like I damn near had a band scholarship. I think I did. I was supposed to go audition. But anyway, damn near had a band scholarship. So when I wake up on Sunday mornings and that footage is uploaded on YouTube, it makes something inside of me so content and so happy. In those moments, in those 30-minute to an hour videos, I am like lost in this world where it's like nothing can make me mad, nothing can piss me off, and I'm just enjoying what I'm hearing and seeing, the creativity, the musicality of it all, the band arrangements. Like, it makes me happy. And that's one of my guilty pleasures right now. I'm sure y'all seen one of my last vlogs. I think, what vlog was it? I can't remember. One of my last vlogs, I put some band clips in there. I'm trying to show more of what I like. It's not that I'm scared to show it. It's just, you know, that's one of my safety things. That's one of my guilty pleasures. Majorettes, HBCU band. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I literally would come home, sit in my room in the dark, prop my iPad up and watch old band videos, new band videos, whatever is out. No matter what, I would do that. That's one of my guilty pleasures right now. Next on my list, we have Reinventing myself. If you are a returning subscriber and you are pretty familiar with me, you know I reinvent myself a lot. I'm thinking about doing facial balancing. I'm going to explain this in layman's terms because I don't want to go like all the way in detail about it. But you pretty much go to like I guess you call them an esthetician. I don't know the term for it, but you know, they mark your face and they look at you and see what's balanced, what's not balanced, and they make it balanced. You can get your chin chiseled, you can get bags removed, forehead wrinkles removed. I'm actually thinking about doing that, and I'm the type of person, once I say I'm thinking about it, there's an 85% chance, maybe 95% chance that I'm actually gonna go through with it. And I always say this, and I say this to say, if you wanna do something, do it. Just like Tracy, me and Tracy was talking about doing microblading the eyebrows. He actually got his did, I think the other day, and I'm going pretty soon because I do want full eyebrows. Like, this isn't, and before y'all, don't take this the wrong way in the comments, because I know y'all, it's gonna come. Oh, you know, you're perfectly fine. You don't need to do anything to your face, da 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 da. I'm happy with my face. I love my face. I have a sickening face. Like the cheeks, jawline, lips. Like, people pay to get lips like this. It's not about being insecure about anything. It's just like, I want to be the best version of myself I can be. I don't hate anything about myself. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. No, I'm not saying that. I just want to enhance. Just like when I was skinny as hell before I started working out, I was like, damn, I need to work out because I want to look like this. Same thing. So before you guys come in the comments, I know you guys love me and I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for the nice words. I know they're going to come. It's not a hate thing. I just want to, like, you know, hit a couple of spots, you know, make a couple of things even and call it a day. Just enhance my features. That's all it is. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm definitely thinking about doing that. So if you see one of these vlogs, I told myself top of the year, going into the new year, because, you know, it's just something about going into the new year as a new person with a new face. No, for real. So there's that. I've also been thinking about getting my teeth done. Now here's the thing with veneers. I don't hate them. I think for me, it's more so of the spaces, like to the regular person, I got a nice smile, which I do. My smile isn't bad. But for me, it's more so that I've had braces twice. And there's spaces that just won't close fully to my liking. Okay? As a dental professional, I know the type of smile that I like, and I know the type of smile that I currently have. So me and my doctor, like, I'm getting some dental work done soon. So we've been working on a couple of things, so we're gonna say that topic for then, because it's gonna be a whole separate video actually. But yeah, I think I want my teeth done, but I'm not gonna I don't want composite veneers. I want porcelain. So porcelain costs money, and I'm not going out the country for it. So definitely gonna be on the lookout for that. I've been looking at Dr. Q and this other doctor in New York. So there's that. So that's why I say reinventing myself. It's just fun. It's amazing to change personas. Not necessarily change personas, but upgrade yourself. It's just like the iPhone. You know, every time a new iPhone come out, you gotta upgrade your phone. You gotta change the landscape of everything, and that's just all I'm doing. So that's definitely gonna happen. I don't know when for sure, but it's on my list. This last segment just gonna be me ranting, and it happened yesterday, okay? But before I get into what happened yesterday, I gotta give y'all a backstory. And yes, it's about a man. When is it not? It's about a man, okay? If it's not work or personal, it's about a man. I mean, let's be for real. So I met a guy, let's say, okay, I met this guy in 2023. At the time, I had just graduated dental hygiene school, and he showed interest in me, I showed interest in him. We talked on the phone. We eventually met in person, the vibes were there, it was good. We never had sex, but you know, we always cuddled, hung out, watched TV, things like that. So one day he texted me and he was like, I do want to take you on like an official date. Like, I feel like you deserve, you know, the whole shebang. Date, flowers, trips. Like, I'm like, hell yeah, I do. I mean, who don't? I mean, listen, you want to date me, you gotta come correct. So I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I'm down for all that. Like, I'm interested in getting to know you. I would love to go on a date. Mind you, okay. Now this was around his birthday time, so he was like, all right, well, I already got a trip planned for my birthday, so I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. And when I come back, we'll continue to plan this date. I was like, cool, bet, you know, happy birthday, woo, whoop-de-doo. The birthday come, I tell him happy birthday, he's like, thank you, yada, yada. Goes on this trip, and then I don't hear from him, like, I'm talking about ghosts, like like it never happened, like he never existed, like I was just senile. So at this time in my life, I was battling the having control of every aspect of my life thing, because the life was falling apart around this time. But I was also trying to pick up the pieces. Like, damn, like, you know, you hold something, you got an arm full of stuff, you drop something, you try to pick it up, and then you drop something else. That was me during that time. So any little peak of freedom or peace that seemed like peace, I would go after it. So I hit him up, I spazzed out, cursed him out, like I'm going off. Still didn't hear from him. And then one day he finally hit me back. He was like, hey, can I come over and talk to you? I'm like, no, nigga, fuck you. Like, no. Then I blocked him. Weeks go by. And then next thing you know, late at night, I would get these like random ass phone calls, call me back to back. Well, he called me private. Crazy, right? Just weird. But he kept calling me. I never answered. So one day he finally called me. Once again, blocked, and I answered. He's like, can we talk? Don't hang up on me, just listen. I'm like, okay, whatever. Mind you, it's like 3 a.m. I'm in the bed, knocked out, slaughter running down my cheek and everything. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Go ahead. Just already irritated. I know you're gonna lie, because all niggas do is lie. Not all of them, but you know, in that moment, that's how I felt. He was like, I gotta be honest with you. When I met you, I was like in a situation, I was actually in a relationship, but we had like got into it real bad, and I just wanted to meet somebody else. So long story short, this man had a whole boyfriend who he was right on the rocks with, or he was in a rocky relationship pretty much, and they were in and out of whatever they were in and out of. I guess they went on a trip together. He told me everything. And I told him, I was like, you know, I really genuinely liked you and showed interest in you and like opened up to you. Cause we was talking for a good couple months. So, you know, when you talk every day, you get to know the person a little deeper and deeper as the weeks go on. So I'm like, damn, like that's fucked up. Like my feelings weren't hurt because I figured that's what it was, because I'm not stupid, I'm not slow. But it's just like, damn, like you couldn't be man enough to tell me that. Thank God we didn't have sex or nothing like that, but it's just like, fuck. Mind you, this goes back to me being a demisexual. But that happened. Fast forward to maybe 2 months ago. I'm sitting at the house like cleaning up. I'm talking about elbow grease in a tub, in the shower, on the toilet, just cleaning. I get a FaceTime call. Mind you, his number's never saved, but I did unblock him. After that conversation, I was like, whatever, like I'm not holding on to this. It's not my baggage. Like, you fucked up. It is what it is. You apologize. I really didn't accept your apology, but I'm not mad at you. So he called. I answered the FaceTime. I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, I just want to know, can we start over? I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, you played in my face. I would never let you get the same access to me again. Like, are you slow? And then he kept pleading his case. They started over. Let's get to know each other. I was going through a lot. No, you didn't deserve that. He's like, I feel like you treat me like shit. Like, you really just don't fuck with me. I said, I don't fuck with you. Because one thing about me, I'm very honest. I'm very, like, cutthroat, straight to the point when it comes to guys like that. He kept pleading. He was like, let's do this, let's do that. I was like, I'm not really feeling it, to be honest with you. Cool. He paid it. So cool. Went about my business. Continued cleaned up. He hung up the phone. He felt some type of way. He got an attitude. He texted me. He said, I feel like then he texted me. He was like, I feel like you hate me. I said, I don't hate you. I told you months ago or a year ago I was disappointed in you, and that was very fucked up what you did. So fast forward to 2 days ago, I'm at the store, and y'all know what store I'm talking about. If you watch my vlog, put down in the comments what store y'all know I was at. Just put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let's see if y'all really know me. What store was I at? So I'm at the store doing my little one. Just left the gym. I was like, okay. So I'm walking in. As I'm walking in the store, the phone rings. The number's not saved. It's his number. So as I'm walking in the store, I'm like, damn, should I answer this? Should I not? I really don't feel like being bothered with this man. He's just gonna big and, you know, whatever. So I'm like, hello. So when I answer, it's like FaceTime, but I got the phone to the sky where you can't see my face. Cause you don't deserve to see my face. You don't. So it's to the sky. I'm pushing the buggy. He's like, hey, I got a quick question for you. I was on TikTok, and I was trying to find an answer on TikTok. I was like, I could just call and ask you, you know, because you're in the dental field. I was like, yeah, what's the question? He was like, what's the best toothpaste to use for like whitening and your gums? I was like, what do you mean? I was so serious, like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, I have these, he was like, I use 2 different toothpastes. I use one for whitening and I use one for like my regular toothpaste. I was like, okay, so why can't you keep doing that? Like, what's the problem? He's like, I was just calling to see, did you know there's like a 2-in-1? Or I really just calling to see what you use, you know, because, you know, you work in the field. So I was like, you know, I can just call him. Okay. So it was an awkward moment of silence for like 5 seconds because I was just like, oh God, here we go. I was like, well, you know, I started naming toothpaste and naming different things. And he was like, okay, thank you. I was like, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. That's what I said. Just being nice. I was not gonna talk to him later. And then he was like, well, what type of toothbrush do you use? I was like, electric and a manual, but mostly electric. He was like, what about floss? What about mouthwash? And he just kept going by everything dental. At this point, I'm irked. I'm irritated. I can't shop in peace. I'm getting harassed on my own phone. Damn. Then eventually he was like, okay, thank you. And then he just held the phone. So at this point, as he's holding the phone, I can see him like, as I'm like pushing the basket, it's the phone like this. So I finally put my face in the camera and he just starts like smiling and cheesing. I was like, well, did you find everything you need? He's like, yeah. I said, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. And I just hung up the phone and he was like sad as hell. And I just feel like, why does it take men to fuck up and then want to come back around? I've been guilty of this too. I have not been a perfect man all my life. You know what I'm saying? All my adult years. I've done stuff like that. But not as of recent. Not as of recent. When I say recent, not recent as in not in the past 3-4 years. I have not been like that. I just find that so weird. You played in my face. You was talking to something. You was talking to you, dealing with your ex. Y'all went on a trip together. You came back. You lied about it. You told the truth. Then you got mad at me because I wouldn't take you. I wouldn't show no more interest in you. You told me that I hated you. We never had sex. Then you randomly called me on a Tuesday night to ask me a question about toothpaste, floss, mouthwash, and toothbrushes. I can't make this up. I'm just like, oh God. It's so frustrating. It really is. It really is. I don't even know. I feel like my love life is a joke. It is, truthfully. It's a fucking joke. But it's a funny joke because it's always like the people who played in my face always come back around eventually. They see me out and it's like, you look good. I'm like, thank you. One thing about me, I always have a happy smile on my face. It could be somebody that did me so dirty. I'll smile. Thank you. Nice seeing you, you too. And that's it. And I bet they'd be like, damn, this boy's crazy. A lot of people think I am. They're like, this boy's crazy. Like, I don't know if he hate me, like me, love me, miss me, or what, but at the end of the day, I was nice, cordial, and I spoke. And that drives them insane. It really does. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Like, pillow talk just got real, for real. Like, I'm telling y'all my business. It's not really my business, but I got a lot of story times I could really be telling right now. I may do something for the Vlogtober sit downs. You never know. Of course, there would be old stories. I got one I want to tell, but I want to make sure I need to write it out. I need to write out like points to hit so I know I'm telling it in the right order. But yeah, that's what happened to me 2 days ago. I feel like, I low-key feel like he's stalking me. I low-key feel like he's stalking me for sure. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next Vlogtober vlog. I don't know if it's gonna be a vlog tomorrow or a sit-down video. I have so many videos in the stash, I need to just go through and edit. So whatever I can get to first is what will be after this video. Once again, I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. A lot of stuff I haven't done yet because today is just October 1st. Like, it's literally October 1st as I'm filming this. I gotta pay bills tomorrow. Hey, you sleep? Hey, Stinkerbutt. Y'all wanna see my baby? I'm not gonna bother him. He's asleep. Like, I need to be asleep. But love you guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.